Hello children, I welcome you all once again to your English class. I hope you all are keeping well, and for today's English lesson, we are going to continue with the pronouns chapter that we had started 2 days ago. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to start with the correct use of relative pronouns, but before that, let me remind you, let us recall what we had learned in our previous classes. We had learned about different kinds of nouns like the pronouns, like the personal pronouns, the emphatic pronouns, then interrogative pronouns. We had also learned about demonstrative pronouns, possessive pronouns. Now, with that, I told you that we need to learn some important things about relative pronouns as well. So, we will be doing that in this video lesson. I told you with whom and who, they are always used with persons only, okay, person. Which is used for which, okay, which cannot be used for human beings or animals. It has to be used with inanimate objects or animals. Whose can be used for both person and thing. That for both persons and objects after adjectives in the superlative degree, after words like some, all, any, nothing, none, and as is for after words like such and same in the sentences, and what indicates that which it has no antecedent. So what is used for in places of those nouns where antecedent is missing, okay, that means the noun for which it's standing is missing, okay. So in that case we are going to use what. Now let's move ahead with the exercise that follows. F. Fill in the blanks with relative pronouns, and this exercise is on page number 36, children. Okay, let's get started. God helps those, okay. So now we are talking about people, right? Or we are talking about animals as well. So, but I think we are talking about people only. So let's stick to who, okay. God helps those who help themselves, okay. I'll be writing the answers. You are going to write the question. So the answer will be number 1. Number 2, that is the girl dash won the race. That is the girl who, okay, who won the race. Number 3, listen to dash he is saying. So here's the antecedent is missing. Listen to what he is saying. Number 4, I want a machine dash can compute faster than the calculator. Here you can use which, right? I want a machine which can compute fast. Now this is the painting dash won the first prize. This is the painting. You can use that, okay, that won the first prize. So let's use it because it can be also used with inanimate objects or things. That, number 6 now. Do you know the student who comes from Mathura Road? Who? Number 7 now. Where is the mobile phone dash you bought recently? Which or that, okay, which you bought recently. Number 8, I no longer believe what you say, because here there is no antecedent. So whatever is the person saying, doesn't believe it. Okay, so this is exercise F. Now you should remember there is certain rule that applies to omission of relative pronoun. When can we not use the relative pronoun? The relative pronoun can be dropped when it is in the objective case. Okay, like if I said this is the pen with which I write. Okay, you can see with which I write. It's in the later part it is used for the which antecedent, which is in the objective part, objective antecedent. So here which is omitted. This is the pen I write with. You don't need to say which I write with again. Okay, you can just say which I write with. That is the bus by which I came. That is the bus I came by. Okay, which is omitted and the position of by is changed. So by was coming before this word which. Now it will come after the verb came. The lady about whom I was talking is my neighbor. So the lady I was talking about is my neighbor. Yes. So you see, whom we don't need to use it because it is in the object part. So the lady about whom. Now let's get started with G exercise. Okay. Here we will have to omit the relative pronouns and putting the prepositions in proper positions. Underline the changes. Okay, you have to just underline the changes. Now the man to whom, this one is already done for us. The man to whom we were talking is the principal of our school. The man you were talking to is the principal of our school. See, we had used a preposition to and the word whom, the relative pronoun, has been removed. Like this only we need to rewrite the sentences and then we have to underline the change. Let's do it. This is the house in which I lived for. So this is exercise G. Page 37. Number 2. This is the house I lived in for 25 years. Yes, this is the house I lived in for 25 years. Now what change did we do? Here I lived in. Here I used a preposition and then I just brought it after the verb. Now this is the artist about whom Sanjay was talking. This is the artist Sanjay was talking about. Yes, so Sanjay was talking about. Now number 4, let's move to number 4. I want to visit the house in which Tagore was born. I want to visit the house Tagore was born in. Okay. I want to visit the house. So see, I have made the change with this portion. So I underlined it. Now, Little Jewels is the school in which I studied for several years. Little Jewels is the school I studied in for several years. I hope that word is visible. No? So, write it here. studied in for several years. Okay. Now number 6. This is the hotel in which we stayed last summer. This is the hotel we lived in. Okay, so I made the change here, from here to here, and in this one, from here to here I changed. Okay. So last summer I did not make any change, so here I am not going to underline. So this is it, children. G exercise is done. Now let's move ahead with the position of the relative pronoun. The relative pronoun should be placed near the noun or pronoun. Okay, you should remember it should be closer to the noun or pronoun. Antecedent, it refers to. That means the antecedent it is representing. Like if I said the lady who. Lady, for this lady only I am using the term who. So this becomes the antecedent. The lady becomes the antecedent. So we have to keep in mind that we are always going to use the relative pronoun closer to the noun or pronoun it's representing or it's acting for. Otherwise, the sentences might appear absurd. Dr. Vishnu addressed the audience who was a famous historian. See, it became wrong. So the correct use would be Dr. Vishnu, who was a famous historian, addressed the audience. Did you see? Because who was standing for Dr. Vishnu and not the audience. So it can be really confusing. For that reason, we have to see that we are going to use the relative pronoun with the antecedent, that means with the noun and pronoun for which it's standing. Okay. Now let's see. It should be the cat drank the milk which was hungry. See, I have just changed the position of the relative pronoun. That becomes completely wrong. The sentence is becoming completely wrong. Now for that, the cat drank the milk which was hungry becomes wrong. It should be written as the cat which. Okay, which you should remember can be used for inanimate as well as for animals. Okay. Now for this, let's correct. There is a correction. You have to find the error. We have to correct the positions of the relative pronouns and few other words, and then rewrite the sentences to convey the right meaning. The train did not stop at the station which was running at full station. See, station cannot run at its full speed. So here obviously there is grave error, serious error. We have to fix it. Now this exercise is on page number 37 only, H. Number 1. The train, I am writing just the answers, children. The train which did not stop at the station was running at full speed. Number 2. That's on the next page. The old chair was put away in the attic which had a broken leg. The old chair, I am talking about the old chair, so the relative pronoun has to be really close to this antecedent, which was put away in the attic. Had a broken leg. Now the next one, number 3. Mr. Sharma welcomed Mrs. Sen. Mr. Sharma who welcomed Mrs. Sen was a very courteous man. Yes. Now number 4. The thief who robbed the thief who was caught by the police robbed the jewelry store. Robbed the jewelry store. Number 5. The dog who came to rob. See, the dog did not come, okay? So, the dog, for the dog we cannot use who. So, the dog bit the burglar. Now for this, because this is a person, he is a person burglar who came to rob the house. Yes. Now let's move to number 6. Sachin is famous. Sachin, who is a famous cricketer. Is famous for his batting skills. Is famous for his batting skills. Yes. Now let's move to number 7. Okay, I'll just rub it. Please write it down quickly. Number 7. Number 7 is we got into the bus which was full of people. Number 8. Red Riding Hood went to visit her grandmother Now grandmother was bedridden, okay, so we have to see that also. So in this sentence change, right? Like Red Riding Hood, we are skipping the part who was bedridden and we are just writing went to visit her grandmother, then who was bedridden will be added, okay? So children, this completes our exercise H. Now let's see, joining sentences with relative pronouns. Relative pronouns can be used to join sentences like, see, we have two sentences here. I have lost my purse, it was a gift from my father. I have lost my purse, which was a gift from my father. An old lady looked after the baby. I know the lady. An old lady whom I know looked after the baby. This is like you can transform it like this also, and also you can use I know the old lady who looked after the baby. Now we have an exercise. Join these sentences with the help of relative pronoun. Let's do it. This is going to be our exercise I. This is on page number 37 or 38. 38. This is the building. It was built in a single month. This is the building which was built. Okay, we are going to skip the pronoun when we are joining here. So this is the building which was built in a single month. I met my uncle, he had arrived from Delhi that day. I met my uncle who had arrived. From Delhi that day. Number 3. This is the horse, it won the race. For animals we can use which word? Which. It is the horse. This is the horse. Which. I am going to skip the pronoun. Which won the match or race, right? Which won the race. Now number 4. The boys enjoyed the match. They were watching the cricket match. Okay. The boys who were watching the cricket match enjoyed the match. Like this we can write. Or the boys who were watching the the boys enjoyed the match. This can't happen. So the first one only is right. Okay. So the boys who were watching the cricket match enjoyed the match. Number 5. Jia has a friend. He is a renowned artist. Jia has a friend who is a renowned artist. Okay. Number 6. This is the cat, it killed the rat. This is the cat which killed the rat. The captain praised Ashish. His bowling was very good. The captain praised. Okay. The captain praised Ashish, whose bowling was very good. Whose bowling was very good. With this, children, we are done with exercise I also. Now, let's move ahead with the distributive pronouns. Now, children, with distributive pronouns, you should know that they are going to denote persons or things taken as single or in group. Like these words, each, every, neither, okay, all. So, here, use of distributive pronouns. They refer to whole amounts, both, all, or to separate items like every, each, either, neither. So I told you about the groups. Groups are like all. I'm combining, means I'm bringing everyone in one group. So this word all is for, yes, is used as distributive pronouns. Either, neither, every, each, both and all are distributive pronouns. Now let's move to reciprocal pronouns. Reciprocal pronouns refer to pronouns that indicate actions going in one direction, like each other, okay, and also in the opposite direction. Each other means I'm talking about us, like each other, one another. The teacher scolded Rani and Ritu since they were talking to each other. They are exchanging communication, they are talking to each other. We should help one another in crisis. So we are going to help, you are going to help me, I am going to help you. Those words in which the action is like reciprocated, that those pronouns are known as reciprocal pronouns. Okay. Use of reciprocal pronouns. These are used where a subject constituting two or more people, being or things have been mentioned in the main clause. Like each other and one another are reciprocal pronouns. Each other is when two people are involved. One another is used when more than two people are involved. So you need to remember that you are not going to use one another for only two people. For one another, you need to remember that there has to be more than two people. Indefinite pronouns next. Indefinite pronouns are the pronouns that refer to one or more unspecified beings, objects or places. I have bought everything. That means I am telling that I have brought everything. I am not specifying. Okay, I am not saying that I have bought only this thing. I am just bringing it under the same category, like all, any, another, anybody, anyone, anything, each, many, no one, none, few, little, no, one, other, several, some, more, somebody, someone, something, somebody, everything, nothing, and something. Okay, now choose the correct option from the brackets. Does dash have a pencil? Does anyone? Okay, here we are going to use anyone. So let me write the answers quickly. Number J, this is on page number 39 now. Number 1, does anyone? Number 2, Rima bought everything. She liked in the fair. Number 3, dash of you must bring a bottle of water. Each of you. I am talking about each person. So dash from the management should give us somebody. Because I am positive, any is mostly used for negative. So you are not going to use if you are meaning negative sense. So somebody is used in positive sense. Dash of you can come along with me to the principal's room. Either of you, either means either you or the other person. Means there is a choice. 6. Dash of, okay, 6 was this only I think. 5 was something else. Okay, I think I missed a question. Yes, I missed 4th one. Okay. This is either. This is somebody. And number 4. I did not see anybody. See, it's negative. That's why I'm using this anybody word. It's negative because you did not see. Now number 7, the last one of this exercise. Though many movies are running in the theater, I don't want to see. Again negative because he doesn't want to see any. So yes children, here are our answers for J exercise. Now let's move to the K one. I guess this is the last one. Yes, this is the last one. Let's finish this. K, it's on the same page. Seema, who is my classmate, has shifted to our neighborhood. Now we have to fill in the blanks with pronouns and write their types as well. So do you want to speak? Do you want to speak to him? Number 2, him. Okay. So what kind of pronoun this will be? Personal. Number 3, I dash heard her say that. I myself. Emphatic. Number 4, this is the dress dash was bought my aunt. So dress, for dress we can use which. So which is what? Relative pronoun. Number 5, dash was a cold and dark night. It, personal. Number 6, dash expressed his ideas clearly and eloquently. Okay, he or she, anything you can write. So this can be also personal, or you, anything. 7, we often deceive one another. Okay, so this is going to be my reciprocal. We are going to, deceive means to cheat. Reciprocal. Number 8, Suman had got gifts for dash as well as for all of us. Suman had got gifts for you. Okay, so this can be personal, or you could have also written all. Okay, has gifts, no, we are not going to use all because it will be twice used. So personal. Okay children, with this we are done with the exercises of this chapter and also with the chapter. Okay, I hope you understood whatever I tried to make you understand. Okay, so with this we have finished the lesson for today. We will meet again with another video lesson in the next day. Till then, please take care of yourself and your family. Bye bye children.